Man,
Before you
this is
go, there's someone that
what's up?
has
A
asked
question.
you to interpret her dream. It's
Okay.
Megan. She said, I had a dream on October 22nd, almost identical to Shingiwa's, that she posted on October 29th, except mine went longer and had more happen before I woke up. Right before we were raptured, there were huge storm clouds, then the aurora flashed instantly vivid with colors of pink, purple, and green. I would love
Yep.
to hear about what you were saying about the storm clouds because that was my experience just before we were transformed to our glorified bodies and we took off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So the pink, purple, and green, right? Red is of the highest ionization. So this the Lord has been showing everyone that what the vehicle he's gonna use, right? Because I don't want anyone to get confused and think that there's a separation between the Father's work and science, right? Science is the observation of what the Father has done. It's not the creation of it. Right. So when you check the weather app, every single person listening to this has checked their phone to see what the weather is going to be the next day. The only reason you know what the weather's going to be the next day is because people took the time to study what the Father created. This is why we can say that a hurricane is going to hit a place before it happens, because we see the consistency in the Father's creation. This is why we can say there's a 90% chance of rain, because we see the consistency of the Father's creation. We know that if the clouds come from this direction, this is why he says you can discern the weather. You can look and you can say today's going to be a rainy day or tomorrow's going to be, but you don't know how to discern the times. And so when observing the dreams that the Lord is giving, he is scientifically sound because he is the creator of creation. And so he's not going to show the color orange. He's not going to show the color white. He's not going to show the color black. He's going to show the colors that show the trueness in his message. And so in the sky, you saw purple, you saw pink, and you saw green. These are the colors of the lower atmosphere getting ionized by solar radiation. Now, if he wants to darken the entire earth to hide his glory, there's an easy way to do it. All he has to do is use the vehicles he created. The Father created the Son, not Son Jesus, but the Son that provides the light for the earth. And so, because he created both, but I'm saying the vehicle that he's using is he's going to use the sun. Isaiah said that the sun's going to be 7 times brighter on this day. That is a huge flare. That's a damaging flare. So, what you saw in your dream was the lower atmosphere being ionized. Why? Because this is going to cause Psalm 18 to be exactly what it says. I will conceal myself in clouds of darkness in thick rain clouds. The reason thick rain clouds will cover the earth and the reason it'll be a darkness that can be felt over the earth is because the first thing that's going to happen is when the atmosphere is ionized, this is going to cause the atmosphere to look as though you're looking through volcanic ash, though there won't be any smoke in the atmosphere. This is just going to be particle ionization. This is why when you look at a sunset, has anyone ever noticed that the sunset, at the brightest of the day, the sky is blue, but at sunset, what color's the sky? Does anyone know?
Orange.
It's orange. That's because the atmosphere that our Father put in place reacts differently to different things he put in motion, right? Science isn't something separate from the Father, it's the observation of what the Father did. You just spoke scientifically when you said that the sky is orange at sunset. Yes, because the atmosphere behaves differently when the sun is at the horizon than it does when the sun is in the sky. And so the colors he's giving to everyone in their dreams is scientifically sound because he created the science behind it. And so in your dream, you saw the auroras of the Earth's atmosphere try to protect itself from a blast from the sun. This is why many people's vehicles won't start. This is why many people said that people in their dreams were taking pictures of the sky. We just had the first initiation of the aurora borealis happening all over the world, and everyone was taking pictures. Everyone's dreams are now slowly but surely coming to a close. Sam has identified that window. We're now in that window 1415. We're now at that moment when the Lord in your dream, what you saw was an ionization of the earth, which then causes the atmosphere not to allow the sky to be blue and not to allow the sky to be orange. when the atmosphere is ionized, it's going to become hazy. And when it becomes hazy, this is going to make it to where the sun looks dim. But that's not where the darkness earthwide comes from. When the atmosphere is ionized at such a level, evaporation is going to happen at an increased level all over the earth. This is going to cause thick rain clouds, which is what's written in Psalm 18. The oceans and all the lakes, all the ponds, all the water that's in the earth is going to be electrically charged and all evaporate, creating one big thick cloud over the entire planet. This is what's going to block out any of that aurora light, any of that sunlight that's coming down to the earth. So in your dream, what you saw was the aurora borealis and the evaporation happening. And the Lord showed you that as this is taking place, your body was transformed from a mortal body to an immortal body because he was rescuing you from this world that's now partaking in these 3 days of darkness. Remember, Helengwe asked, she said, Lord, why is the earth dark at the time of the rapture? And the Lord said, this darkness is going to last for 3 days. It's not like the earth is just going to lose its electromagnetic charge in a few moments. It's going to take days for the earth to resettle and for this darkness to leave. But when you mix atmospheric ionization with thick rain clouds, you go from 100% illumination, meaning in the middle of the day when you can see at 100%, it's going to drop down to less than 1%, meaning a person will struggle to see their own hand in front of their face. That's how dark the earth will get when this darkness covers the entire earth. A person will struggle to see their own hand in front of their face. This is a supernatural darkness. But just because it's supernatural doesn't mean the Lord's not going to use the vehicles that he put in place. He created the sun, so he can use the sun. He created the clouds, the rain, the waters, so he can use the cloud, the rain, the waters, right? And so, what the earth is going to experience with this supernatural darkness, he's going to use the vehicles he's already put in place to create it. He's going to shield himself in his glory. We go, what did Paul say? We will meet him in the air. People will not be able to see our glory when we leave this atmosphere. This is why in your dream, you saw the clouds and you saw the auroras. You saw that because you were lifted above them. And so we will meet the Lord in the air, but the world will not be able to see our glory in the air because the earth will be in darkness. And so this is why he has to take us to the air to meet him because the earth is going to be in darkness.